Welcome back to Planet Podcast. As always, this is brought to you by TMF Apparel USA. Check the links below for investment, stock tips, all kinds of fun stuff. Apparel, custom t-shirts, whatever. This episode is going to be about PayPal because PayPal is in the news. PayPal is in the news because apparently they have a policy that is going to go into effect next month that's been sitting there pretty much stagnant for the last year. And I saw it pop up because Tim Kennedy tweeted something about it, which popped up on my feed. And odd because Tim Kennedy has nothing really to do with PayPal, but it also has struck my Google News feed that PayPal's policy states they can charge you a fine of up to $2,500 for providing misinformation. What does that even mean? I don't know. PayPal is a payment processing company, right? We process payments. That's what they do. They're not an information company. They don't have websites. They don't have any posts. What is misinformation? Why is PayPal allowed to come into your account and take money out over misinformation? What does that mean? That's like your bank saying, well, you know what? We heard that you said something, and so we're going to take it out of your account. What? What does that even mean, PayPal? Now, I don't use PayPal anymore. I used to in my business for a long time. I use PayPal. I use PayPal for a lot of things. Processing payments. I use their capital program. I used a lot of stuff for many years. And then I stopped using PayPal because PayPal started taking money from me constantly. The scams were pretty evident, right? People would say they didn't receive something. They'd file a PayPal claim. They might send you back something that doesn't exist. They might not send you back anything at all. And after people winning PayPal claims on goods or services provided, I just stopped taking PayPal. You lose thousands of dollars. That is even small in comparison to this article right here. When PayPal doesn't pay, business allege millions in funds held up for years. Think about this. Michael Weinrub, I'm going to butcher that name, didn't think twice about integrating PayPal into FastPings, his internet services company supporting Minecraft players when he set it up in 2008. PayPal was the only option. It was either set up a credit card terminal or use PayPal, and everyone will want a PayPal. I still to this day get people who want to pay with PayPal. So he set up PayPal, which was the right when the problem started. Soon he started ramping up new product offering for players. It generated almost $300,000 a month in revenue. That's a lot of money. Keep in mind, PayPal is still taking 2.93% of your revenue. So they took a good chunk of that. The whole business model was that we had to pay the bills to host this service. So FastPings grew exponentially, and within 2 months, PayPal cracked down. Why would PayPal just crack down? They decided that we were making too much money. The processor decided that we were making too much money and started freezing all of our funds for 6 months at a time. Now, this happened to me as well, where they basically said, well, we're just going to hold on to your money for 90 days. Okay, well, I manufactured goods or provided services. People receive the goods that require materials to make, right? Out-of-pocket expense. And you're just going to hold my money for 3 months. 3 months. In this case, 6 months or more. Your revenue for a half a year. He said they tried calling PayPal daily to try to understand why they had looked at the company's cash flow and how they could get it. They didn't get far. They did it for every single transaction going forward. For nearly 9 months, big or small, FastPings account would throw up an issue whenever it received a payment. In order to unlock the cash, they needed to provide evidence the transaction had taken place. Well, duh, people had paid for it, right? So this is a digital services company, right? And PayPal wants proof of delivery. That is the token thing. How are they going to provide proof of delivery for a digital product? The constant cash freeze has had a significant impact on the business. We couldn't use it to invest in our infrastructure, which was powering the service that we would sell. He said the challenges stunted the company's growth. It was never fully resolved. Instead, they chose to accept Bitcoin as payment, providing a discount to entice people to use it. The debacle was a massive challenge, according to it. It basically nearly bankrupted us. We couldn't pay bills for a few months. He said this is a story more than 10 years after it happened because he saw it happening again elsewhere. He wanted to let people know what was going on. Contacted Daily Dot after reading about the company that saw cash as its fulfilled orders held hostage by PayPal, the latest in a long list of who has fallen foul of the company's overly stringent, inflexible policies. Basically, PayPal has the right to just hold your money for as long as they want for whatever reason they want. Now, how can PayPal do this? Well, PayPal's not a bank. They don't actually abide by a lot of banking regulations, so they just kind of do what they want. Where does that money go? Nowhere. It just sits in PayPal's account. PayPal just has access to the money to hold it for whatever purpose they deem necessary. And that is a huge problem. Now, if you're a vendor or you're a merchant trying to use PayPal, we're already paying 2.9% per transaction. That's pretty high compared to other terminals. And then they just kind of screw you over. They've always been very customer oriented, not business oriented, which is fine because customers love that. Customers want protection. They need protection on their purchases. I get it. I do. But also, there has to be a limit because there's a lot of people over there who will take advantage of you, take advantage of your practice like that. This also rolls over to other companies like Amazon. Amazon's customer oriented policy allows for people to say, oh, package never arrived, and they get a refund. The seller's out the money, and they're actually out the product. So, what do you think about using PayPal? Do you still use it? It's been around for a long time. It's in a lot of places, but there are some huge red flags going forward, such as this policy, such as articles like this, such as the fact that eBay decided no longer to use PayPal. They use their own entirely different processing service. Some red flags out there. So let me know your experience on PayPal. I'd like to talk more about it, but I'd like to hear some other comments. Leave some below and I'll be sure to answer them. Until next time.